Have you ever stood beside someone who seemed kind and pleasant, yet something deep inside whispered that something wasn't right? Sometimes our instincts sense what our mind refuses to see, a hidden tension behind a smile, a quiet discomfort that doesn't have words. That feeling might not be your imagination. Often, it's the echo of unspoken emotions, the kind that people try to hide, even from themselves. Every one of us carries a hidden side, a part we'd rather not admit exists. And when a person refuses to face their own insecurities, envy, or resentment, it can quietly slip into their behavior toward others. It doesn't always show up as open hostility. Sometimes it hides behind jokes, politeness, or even affection. Today, let's look at 8 subtle signs that someone close to you might secretly harbor resentment or dislike, even if they never say it out loud. 1. Sarcasm disguised as humor. Not all jokes are innocent. Sometimes people use humor to release feelings they can't express directly. They tease you about things that matter to you, your habits, your dreams, or something you're proud of. And when you try to respond, they shrug and say, "Relax, it's just a joke." But the strange part is, after every joke, you don't feel closer. You feel smaller. If sarcasm becomes a pattern, always aimed at your vulnerabilities, it's rarely humor. It's contempt wearing a smile. People who struggle to accept their own flaws often point out yours, even when laughing. Their jokes become a way to feel superior without admitting their envy or frustration. 2. Subtle sabotage. Not every act of sabotage looks like betrayal. Sometimes it's as simple as a forgotten message, a piece of advice that leads you in the wrong direction, or help that comes too late. At first, it looks accidental. Everyone makes mistakes. But when these mistakes happen again and again, especially when something important is at stake, it's worth paying attention. People who feel threatened by your growth may unconsciously try to slow you down. It's not always because they're evil. Sometimes they're afraid. Your progress reminds them of what they haven't done, and instead of facing that discomfort, they try to pull you back. 3. Quiet competition. Some people cannot celebrate your wins without comparing them to their own. You share a story about something good that happened to you, and instead of being happy, they respond with, "Well, I did something similar once," or "That's not a big deal." Every conversation becomes a contest. Every success, a threat. This kind of hidden rivalry doesn't come from confidence, but from insecurity. When a person's self-worth depends on being better, they can't enjoy your light without feeling that theirs grows dimmer. Over time, you'll notice that being around them leaves you drained, as if your joy costs them something. 4. False kindness. There's a kind of friendliness that feels hollow. These people will say the right things, but their actions never match. They appear supportive, but when you truly need them, they vanish. When you achieve something meaningful, their smile doesn't reach their eyes. Real care shows up when it's inconvenient. False care disappears the moment it's not about them. Sometimes people act kind to maintain an image, not to build a connection. Pay attention not to what they say, but how they behave when your life shifts, when you succeed, when you struggle, when you grow beyond what they expect. 5. Control disguised as concern. There are people who try to guide you for your own good. They question your choices, correct your every move, and say it's because they care. But notice how you feel after talking with them. Are you more confident or more doubtful? Real care strengthens you. Control makes you dependent. When someone needs to manage your life, it often means they can't manage their own uncertainty. They mask it with advice, but their goal isn't to see you free, it's to keep you close, predictable, and small. If a person's help always leaves you feeling weaker, it's not help, it's quiet manipulation dressed as love. 6. Gossip and quiet criticism. Those who dislike you rarely confront you directly. Instead, they choose a safer ground, talking about you when you're not there. They share small criticisms, half-truths, or exaggerations, slowly shaping how others see you. You may not notice it at first, but one day you feel a shift. People act distant, unsure, colder than before. Words spread fast, especially when spoken with a friendly tone. And the most painful part? The person spreading them will still greet you with a smile. When someone repeatedly speaks negatively about others, it's only a matter of time before they do the same about you. The need to discredit others is often a sign of inner weakness. Those who can't handle their own insecurities try to lower others instead of rising themselves. 7. Lack of joy in your success. True friends celebrate your happiness as if it were their own. But when someone secretly holds resentment, your success feels like a wound to them. They might respond with forced congratulations, indifference, or even irritation. Watch how people react when good things happen to you. The honest ones will light up with you, even if their life isn't perfect. The resentful ones will try to dim your light, saying things like, "It's not that big of a deal," or "You just got lucky." It's not about arrogance, it's about emotional truth. Someone who can't be happy for you reveals not who you are, but what they still need to heal within themselves. 8. Hidden signs in body language. Sometimes words lie, but the body never does. A stiff smile, eyes that avoid contact, tension in their voice. These are small cracks where truth leaks through. When you share something joyful and the person's expression freezes for a second before they smile, that moment says everything. The human body reflects the emotions we hide. Even when we want to act kind, our tone, gaze, and energy tell the real story. If your instincts pick up discomfort, don't ignore it. Your intuition is not paranoia. It's a deeper awareness, noticing what your conscious mind overlooks. Final thoughts. We all carry shadows, fears, envy, disappointment, pride. Sometimes what we sense in others is a reflection of what they haven't learned to face within themselves. Recognizing these subtle signs doesn't mean judging them. It means protecting your peace. When you sense hidden hostility, you don't need to confront or accuse. Simply set boundaries. Limit access to your time and energy. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your growth and bring calm, not confusion. Life becomes lighter when we stop chasing approval from those who secretly resent us, and it becomes richer when we honor that quiet voice inside, the one that notices what words try to hide.